Power isn't good or bad. It's how we use it that determines whether it heals or harms. In today's episode, we're going to learn about the 3 different types of power so that you know how to take your power back. Hi, I'm Marna Cathleen, and I'm a liberation mirror. Many people can't see the patterns that keep them stuck, and I see it, and together we liberate you. Before I became a liberation mirror, I was a therapist. And before that, I was a preschool teacher. And I worked with very young children. And I observed the intense dynamics that can happen between adults and children. And that curiosity led me to begin a study of power. How do I responsibly and ethically use my power to guide people? As a leader in emotional empowerment, this topic is critical to understand. We are living in a complicated world when it comes to power. I've seen how the global instability can mirror our own inner world. When the outer system is wobbly, our nervous system often follows. And yet stabilizing your inner world by taking your power back can be tricky if you don't understand how power works. So here's an example from my own life. I had a part-time job, and I liked it that way. And one day I was in a meeting, and my colleagues, they all started to plan my schedule for me. They assumed that I wanted to work a 40-hour work week, and I did not want that on top of my 10-hour-a-week commute. And nobody asked me what I wanted, but I felt in my body immediately that I didn't want that. But I was scared to speak up. I thought I might be rejected or even lose my job. And in that moment, fear felt like authority. And I was giving my power away to those people in the meeting. But instead of freezing in fear, I paused. And I stopped the conversation, and I looked at everybody and I said, I can only work 32 hours a week. And just like that, everything we started to re-strategize, right? Nothing bad happened, no one rejected me. But what changed was that I remembered that I had a choice. Power isn't something that we get, it's only something that we can give away. So the first power that I want to talk about is called power over. And this is when power is about control and dominance and fear. Whether it's fear and dominance over ourselves or over others, okay? And the way that this can show up in your life is through external pressure, like I experienced in that meeting. It could also show up as systems around us telling us who to be, or our own internal voices can drive this kind of power over through shame and comparison. And this type of power tends to create anxiety, disconnection from people, and emotional instability. So why is it important to understand this? When we don't recognize power over, we may submit even when it violates our own boundaries and our own values. Or we may unconsciously use it ourselves to feel safe or in control. When we understand power over, we can stop internalizing fear of authority. We can also set better boundaries, and we can disengage or refuse to comply without feeling ashamed. Like I did in that meeting, I could have listened to my fear and assumed I had no choice. So the second type of power that we're going to talk about is called power with. And it's kind of like it sounds, right? This is where we share power. It's relational and it's collaborative. And this type of power is about connection. It's about mutual respect, about listening, and it's about co-creating. And in our personal lives, it can look like healthy boundaries or honest communication and supportive relationships. And this type of power builds emotional safety and resiliency. This power works through persuasion, through social norms, through approval and belonging. So why is it important to recognize power with? When we don't recognize power with, we can accidentally conform to expectations to avoid rejection. Like in that meeting, once I made a choice to speak up, then we were collaborating again. We were in a power with situation. So when we don't recognize this type of power, we might shape ourselves around the good opinions of others. We may confuse popularity or agreement with truth. So stay with me, because I know this is a lot of information and it can be a little confusing at times, but you can get this. When we do understand power with, then we can evaluate and influence instead of just absorbing information, okay? And we can choose our alignment over approval. So now I'm going to talk about the third type of power, and this is called power 2. And this is such an important power that we all have. Power 2 is our inner capacity to choose, to act, to create, and to respond. You see, when we're using power 2, we realize that we always have the power. We can pause, we can reframe, we can decide our next step, even in a chaotic world. And this is where emotion regulation and confidence and our stability grows when we practice power 2. It comes from clarity. It comes from self-trust. It comes from our values and our ability to emotionally regulate. So when we are disconnected from our power 2, we seek validation, we seek control, and we seek permission. We react instead of responding, and we feel powerless. But when we understand and we learn to cultivate this power 2, we can act from our intention rather than from fear. We can set better boundaries. We can set them more naturally and not defensively. I wasn't defensive in that meeting when I stated my boundary. And when we understand power 2, external powers lose their grip on us. No one got mad at me. They heard me and we realigned. And they never asked me to work more than 32 hours a week again. And so power 2 is the only power that can never be taken away from you. You always have that one. We can only forget that we have it. So we need to remember and understand that we always have the power to choose from the inside. Remember, power itself isn't good or bad. It's how power is used that determines whether it heals or harms. The moment we understand how power works, we stop giving it away, we see there's a choice, and we take our power back. And that's the inner revolution. I'm making these videos so that you can hear this over and over again, because it's a challenging topic that we need to hear over and over again. But once you get it, you're empowered. I guarantee it. So if you want more practical how-tos, check out the link below for my freebies, my ebook, workbooks, and templates. It'll be in the link below. And if you want more learning videos, check out Why Your Brain Freezes and my video on stages of change, because taking your power back is a process, not an event. See you in the next episode.